Hi there, welcome back to discussions and key topics on UFOs, aliens, looking at the latest news there, as well as a follow-up to do with the Peruvian aliens that were found and then brought over to, was it New Mexico City? We did cover it at the time when it was ongoing, and we looked at the footage and photos, and all kinds of things have been interpreted from it, and elsewhere it's been used in light-hearted edits as well when it comes to those little alien faces. But that aside, some kind of follow-up in the news talking about it once again. It happened a couple of days ago. So we're going to look at that article, see what it's all about, look at the latest information there, if anything else has cropped up, any more groundbreaking stuff, or if it's been debunked. And in addition, we can look at an additional article aside, which is to do with the Pentagon UFO boss stepping down. But why? Why would they be stepping down? Well, maybe we'll find out in the article. So welcome to those that are currently here in this live premiere. I do remember the odd person recently saying, oh, are you going to be covering this or that about UFOs? And maybe that's what, connects here. Or maybe it doesn't, but it'll be, still of interest to those people. Feel free to share your thoughts, opinions, reactions in the live chat on the right-hand side of the screen. Speaking of which, on the screen, top right corner, the I symbol, if you check that out, there'll be some additional videos there to catch up on recently. Of course, mainly Kenny Veach M Cave mystery, missing person case, but it can also incorporate UFOs as one was captured on camera in the past. If anyone is interested in that, then just let me know, because maybe I can do a short video to do the UFO caught on camera, just to put it out there, share it, see what people think about it. And yeah, we don't need to be looking at the comments of last night's video or the one before that, because it's unrelated to today's topic. We can always look back in the future. So whether people are here or not, or if people watch later, we're just going to get right into it right now and look at these articles. Here we are. The title of this article reads, Mexican Congress holds second UFO session featuring Peruvian mummies. Cassandra Garrison. That's by November 8th, 2023. That's 38 a.m. GMT. It's all close to go, a bit dodgy. 3 days ago. Right, so got like an image there. Columna cervical, cranio. Right, so it's in a different language, right? It's talking about the head, pointing it out, the proportions, the size, as well as the neck. You look at the neck, quite extended, much longer than a human, but also more thin. The head as well, have like longer on the side. I mean, we have seen the photos of these Peruvian mummified alien type creatures, which, some people believe that could be more statues and stuff made in the past, not actual aliens, but, whatever. So it reads, Mexico City, November 7th. Mexico's Congress heard from researchers on Tuesday who declared authentic a set of three-figured Peruvian mummies recently presented as potential evidence of non-human life forms, whilst declining to certify that the remains were extraterrestrial. It says three-fingered. Oh, fingered. I don't know why I read that as three separate mummies. No, there was only two, wasn't there? Yeah, two. But there was a third one, but the guy said it was still in Peru and he couldn't be bothered bringing it over, which is a bit weird. Oh well. Lawmakers first heard from Mexican journalist and UFO enthusiast Jamie Maussan on September 13th when he presented two specimens in a first-of-its-kind congressional event on UFOs, or FANIS. I'm not going to read that out. YouTube will probably auto-detect it and say I did something bad in Spanish. Maussan said the bodies believed to have been found near Peru's ancient Nazca lines, as we saw on Google Earth. Feel free to check that out if you haven't already. We're not related to any life on Earth. At Tuesday's session, Maussan was more forced on proving the bodies, which were not on display this time, were not fake, ushering in a string of doctors who all said the bodies were those of real, once-living organisms. Still, he left room for question about the origins. None of the scientists say prove that they're extraterrestrials, but I go further, he said, suggesting that they could be evidence of non-earthly life forms. Scroll down. Anthropologist Roger Zoon. I'm not even going to say that word as well because I know YouTube will probably think I'm saying the N word. You know how people can be insensitive. Of San Luis Gonzaga National University in Inca, Peru, and researchers have studied 5 similar specimens over 4 years. They're real. Zuni told Reuters on the sidelines of the session. There was absolutely no human intervention in the physical and biological formation of these beings, he added, saying he didn't know the origin of the beings. Zuni presented a letter signed by 11 researchers from the university declaring the same. The letter made clear, however, they were not implying the bodies were extraterrestrial. Mausen's first presentation was criticised by many experts who dismissed it as a stunt, long debunked by scientific community, pointing to studies on similar remains that concluded the specimens were modified using animal and human bones. I remember that one. When asked about those studies, Zuni said the specimens were probably fake. The bodies that he and the other university researchers looked at, however, were real, he said. Congressman Sergio Gutierrez from President Andrés Manuel López Obrador's ruling Morena party called for a reform to Mexico's law to make all the information about UFOs public. Today's session at times dipped into a more extreme explanation. Argentine surgeon Celestino Adolfo Piatto, my goodness, Maria Moyano. What's going on here? After reviewing test results and images of the bodies, they were an evolved version of today's human beings, calling them our descendants. Okay. In a more colourful moment, Mexican rapper... Why are we getting Mexican rappers in with UFOs and aliens? Claudio Yarto said he had personally seen UFOs before ending his speech with a rhyme, sparking applause from the crowd. Oh no. Reporting, okay. Is that basically it? Mexico-based reporter focused on climate. That's something completely different. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for the article there. Let's just move on to the next one about the Pentagon. Now, this article reads, Pentagon UFO boss to step down next month. In quotes, I'm ready to move on. I've accomplished everything I said I was going to do, Sean Kirkpatrick said. There you go. That's Dr. Kirkpatrick. And you can see him there. So Kirkpatrick himself made headlines this summer when he fired back at a whistleblower's explosive claim that the government is covering up on a decades-long program to reverse engineer alien aircraft. AARO has not uncovered any evidence to support the claim, Kirkpatrick said at the time, calling the comments insulting. I remember that about the whistleblower. Anybody else? The whistleblower, retired Air Force intelligence officer Major David Grosh, has refused multiple requests to interview with AARO, Kirkpatrick said. Why do I keep reading that as like lawnmower? Witnesses and UFO enthusiasts, however, have continued to criticise what they call a lack of transparency from the government regarding the phenomenon. But Kirkpatrick said ARRO has made strides where transparency is concerned, including launching a long-anticipated online tool for former and current service members and government employees to report UFOs. Dr. Kirkpatrick has served the American people with honesty and integrity, tackling an incredibly difficult mission to explain the unknown, Deputy Defense Secretary Kathleen Hicks said in a statement. His commitment to transparency with the United States Congress and the American public on UAP leaves a legacy and departure will carry forward as AARO continues its mission. Another memorable moment came when he co-authored a draft academic paper posting that the unidentified object ARO is studying could be alien probes from a mothership sent to study Earth. Kirkpatrick said the document that was posted online was in draft form and did not have permission to be published. However, he does not regret his involvement. In fact, he believes the best thing that could come out of this job is to prove that there are aliens, because the alternative is a much bigger problem. If we don't prove it's aliens, then what we're finding is evidence of other people doing stuff in our backyard, he said, and that's not good. So that's basically it for that article. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll see you next time. We'll see what comes up next. Thanks for watching. Goodbye. Good night for now.